Hey, welcome back to another episode of Brian's Garage and Home How-Tos. Today we're going to be changing out the passenger side front four-wheel drive axle, the CV shaft. I got a new one over here. Brand new, not a reman, from O'Reilly's, $96. Also got bad boy here. New sway arm linkage system here. The one that's on here, this is a 1992 GMC K2500 3/4 ton. The control arm shaft here is completely rusted on this, so we're going to cut it off with a Sawzall and just replace it. That should give us enough room to be able to wiggle out the old CV shaft and put the new one in. This is, like I said, it's a 3/4 ton, so it's going to be a little more heavy duty than the typical half ton. Is the tools we're going to need: jack stands. I got a fork, but I don't know if I'm going to need it because I think I'm just going to use the Sawzall. The nut on the end of the new one is a 36 millimeter, but I believe the factory one is a 35 millimeter. So I've got a 35 and a 36 millimeter. Gonna need a big ratchet or wrench to be able to take it off. Depending on tools you got, maybe you might want to use air tools. I'm going to use my 3/4 drives, and I don't have air tools for 3/4, so we're going to stick with that today. Torque wrench, crowbar, a 15 millimeter and 14 millimeter wrench. I got ratchet wrenches. I've also got the regular crescent wrenches. Got ratchet wrenches with extensions, ratchets and sockets, and both 3/8 and 1/2 inch drive, a hammer, and a rubber mallet. So this is what I'm thinking it's going to take if I use any more tools. Obviously, you guys will be watching the video and you'll see that, and I'll make note of it, and we're going to get to work on this 1992 K2500 3/4 ton truck. Alright, so before we get it jacked up, I just got done breaking each of these lugs with this 4-way. It's a 22 millimeter. If you have a 4-way, maybe you can use a socket and extension. We're getting ready to jack it up here and put a jack stand under it. Got both rear tires are chalked. I'm going to go ahead and jack it up. Alright, we got her up off the ground here. I'm going to finish taking off these nuts, and then we'll take the tire off. Alright, we're down to one more nut here. I like to take all my nuts and put them in the center cap so they don't roll away. All right. So this little keeper here is what we may or may not be cutting off today. If it wants to come out nice and easy, then we'll go ahead and take it out. If not, we'll take the Sawzall to it. As you can see, this boot down here is completely busted. It's busted. There's a lot of give in it, and this boot's busted up here. And even when this thing's driving straight, it wants to kick and wobble. So this is bad. It's time for it to be changed out. So first thing we're going to do is loosen these nuts up right here. Also got to take out this, and like I said, I think factory's a 35 millimeter. We got 35 and a 36 right here. Let's see. There's our 35. Oh, looks a little small. There's 36. All right, so it looks like it's going to be 36 for both of them, the old one and the new one. Fits like a glove. All right, we'll be back. All right, so I sprayed this nut down pretty heavy with some fabulous PB penetrating blaster here. Also sprayed my back nuts back there on the end of the axle. We got them down pretty good, but once you get the tire off, you'll notice that this wants to move. Honestly, I should have taken this nut off while the tire was still on the ground. But if you have a buddy with you, you can have them jump in the driver's seat and apply the brakes. I'm here by myself, so what I've done to keep this thing from spinning while I try to turn off this nut is I have a piece of 2x4. Start your truck so the brake fluid gets to moving through the lines, and then push the pedal down as far as it can go with a piece of wood or just anything you got laying around. And I just got it wedged up against the seat, so that brake is down as far as it will go. And then I kick the key back off, so shouldn't have any troubles turning it now. Well, I might have troubles turning it, but at least the brake drum's not going to turn with it. At least I don't think so. We're going to give it a shot. There we go. Alright, we're going to put that right in there, the center cap with the nuts. So what we're seeing right here, the end of these threads, that's the end of the axle. That's this piece right here. So next, we're going to loosen up these bolts back there. I might try to take this off first. I'm gonna let you go and look at it, and we'll figure it out.